because that direct hands-on mentorship, there's nothing like it. Again, it's what saved me. We've seen guys go from like, hey, I'm brand new, to consistently over 25 and 30 by their second and third months, because we get to work with them hands-on every single day.
All right, hello everybody. Grady Polson here, Family First Life America. Beyond excited to have Easton Padden on with us today. Easton Padden is a 4-time Hall of Fame producer. That means he has, on his own pen, produced over 400,000 issue paid. He has a record year of 940,000 issue. Is that correct? There wasn't an extra zero in there?
That is my all-time record. Yep.
All-time record, 940,000 issue paid from Easton Padden. Tremendous numbers, as well as he is also a 3-time Hall of Fame agency manager. So that means the team that he's brought on and the people that he's coached and spent time with teaching what he knows how to do, which is sell at a high level. I'll teach, hey, why don't you come join me at FFL? I'll teach you how to sell. If it makes sense, stick with me. Let's build a team together. He's done that enough times that now his business on an annual basis does over $10 million of issue paid volume in life insurance. So Easton, give us some building insight now, because I know you built an incredible business, incredible team, 10 million issue paid a year. I mean, there's probably more. What did you guys issue pay last year?
I think we did 17 and a half.
There we go. Almost double Hall of Fame agency. So $17.5 million agency annually that Easton Padden oversees, manages, coaches, trains, and is recruiting into. What are some tips you have for building or managing, just some things, some general people that maybe are looking to get started into building, and some leadership advice?
Well, so we really shifted from the volume, like I need to figure out how fast I can get 1,000 people, and going, hey, I want to take 10 new directs and I want to turn those guys into 10, 15, 20K producers. And while we're building them, and we're big on in-office culture, I know that the work from home stuff is a big perk of what we do, where you can technically sell from anywhere in the globe, which, by the way, I want to have this on record. I sold a policy on an airplane on the Wi-Fi this year through texting, which is like my all-time favorite thing I've ever done. I just thought it was awesome that we could even do that now instead of flying to client's house. So wanted to share that. But on the building side, I love getting around other high-level thinkers and agents that are like truly committed to do something special. Because, dude, that's what saved me in the business. If I had not gotten in an office with Zach, I have no idea if I would have survived this thing or not. Because I was plugged in around someone who was executing at a high level that I could ask stuff every time I was in office around. So that's what we're really building right now out of Denver. Zach relocated to Austin and opened an office there. So we're just swarming and taking over the Denver office. And dude, we've got 15 to 18 brand new writing agents just locally in the last 75 days. So bringing people in and saying, hey, if you want to take this seriously, if you're full-time and you have, X size goals, it's different if you're part-time, obviously, but if this is something you want to do at a high level full-time, you've got to come into the office, especially for your first 90 days. Try to come in 5 days a week for 90 days. If you pick your skill set up faster and you're sick of the office, you don't want to come in, all good. But I really am looking to work with people that are invested into, dude, it's my commute up here is an hour and 15 minutes. So can you make the 20 or 30 minute drive locally into the office, or I can pick you up, or you can come with me a few days a week. But I really want to spend time around those guys, because that direct hands-on mentorship, there's nothing like it. Again, it's what saved me. We've seen guys go from hey, I'm brand new, to consistently over 25 and 30 by their second and third months, because we get to work with them hands-on every single day, 5 to 6 days a week. So that's what we've been doing from a recruiting standpoint, sending out some direct messages, making some phone calls. We just started running local ads again for this specific area till we jam-pack the office and have to expand. But we're doing tons of hands-on, hey, here's a 90-day plan. Here's what your first 30, 60 looks like. We can make adjustments kind of as you go, depending on your skill set. We want you to go from 500 on leads to 1,000 to 1,500 to 2,000 a week. We're going to have this slow trajectory up and your production will be a reflection of how you invest in your business and your skill set development. So that's pretty much what we're doing for recruiting, is getting people in office so we can really spend a lot of time with them. I mean, as much as we can. That's not all of it's controllable, but I've seen so much bigger results from getting around really good energy and doing lock-ins every month with those guys, and just consistently having group team events every month. So that's new for us, is, hey, we're going to do a lock-in Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're going to cut Saturday at noon or 4, whenever, and we're going to go out and do a fun event for the entire afternoon or the whole evening as a team, and do something that's not work related, to build relationships. Because that relationships building, dude, when you're in this is really hard. Like, this is the hardest thing that I've ever done consistently. It's mental tenacity requirements are through the roof. So getting out and spending time with people that are hungry and they want to learn, and, you know, you can just doing small, dude, like a top golf event. That's not a big thing, but going and feeding people and having them do something fun together, like, builds really good culture, even at a small scale. And you can do it as big as you want, but that's what we're focused on, is good culture, good relationships, and being hands-on with everyone that's taking it serious.
What is a 30-day, say you got a virtual agent though, who's in New Jersey, right? And they are, you know, locked in, but they got money to go. They're through contracting. They're ready to go. What does a 30-day plan for them look like? Someone that just can't be in the den, which I love that you built that. I mean, oh my God, it's so much fun having a pop-in office. However, you know, we hired nationally, which is another
Yep.
bit of the company. So say you've got someone that's virtual, what's your kind of 1 week, 4 week plan for them?
Dude, it's a virtual office. We have Zoom dials open every single day, and we have 11 different breakout rooms that you can jump into, depending on the lead type or the group that's dialing. It's the same thing. It's as close to a real office experience as we can get. You have to get on there and unmute 250 calls a day. Whether you have 500 or 2,000 leads, it doesn't matter. We're looking for initial volume, and I need to hear you unmute so that I can, like, live help you make a sale or help you make a correction if I just catch the tail end of it. And then we've got other leaders within the Zoom that can also hear you and say, hey, I heard you say this on your last appointment, try this instead. So if everybody can get on Zoom, and it may be 10 people someday, it may be 45 someday, you know, that it varies every single day depending on who gets on. But if you're brand new, it's a requirement that you have to show up. Let's get on there by, you know, 9 o'clock, whatever your time zone is. If you're asking me personally, I'd say, hey, let's get prepped and ready at 7:30, start dialing at 8. But I do give them some control of that. The people that are like, hey, do I have to wait till 9? That's who I'm looking for, by the way. That says a lot to me. And I'm going to treat it as like we have one-on-ones every single Monday. If you don't live local and I don't get to spend time with you regularly, then we have to do a one-on-one every single Monday, because that's the only way that we can touch base. Hey, how's your finances? What did you run into this week? What did you think of the training on TNL on Friday? It's my favorite question to still ask. Hey, what did you pick up from Friday's TNL? What's that? Remember, every Friday, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 Eastern, there's a free nationwide training from top builders, top sellers that go over their exact process. What did you think of Fridays? I missed it. Okay, don't miss next Fridays, because David was on there last week shredding, and he just taught, you know, basically I just picked something up from him on how I'm going to go from 40 to 50. So I wouldn't miss it. Like, little stuff like that. And hey, Grady, who's your favorite trainer? Well, Grady, you're my favorite trainer. Okay, see if you can find somebody else besides me. That's a cheating answer, by the way. You can't just say it's me. Try to find someone else that you can get some value from, because there's, I don't know, 100,000 hours of stuff on YouTube from a bunch of people doing 30, 40, 50, 60 plus hours and hours and hours. So aiming them at YouTube, doing Monday follow-ups, unmuted on Zoom every single day. Don't miss the team call. That's pretty much it, dude.
I love it. Now, Easton, to conclude, you're very into your health, and you've had commitment
Yes.
to your health, to your personal physical growth, towards your mental dexterity. Will you share a tidbit about your rituals you have in the morning?
Yes, and it didn't always start like this, by the way. I've always been an early person, so I will say that maybe it's a little bit cheating for me. So getting up at 5 has been very routine. Once I started working here, everyone was getting a part of this 4 a.m. club, so I started setting my alarm for 3:58 so that I could mentally beat everybody in my own mind. Anyway, I was like, look at these lazy people sleeping until 4 and I'm up at 3:58. How do you like that? That was like my little edge. So this year, I just I don't know how long it's going to last, but I am going to do the ice thing, which don't have to get into that either.
No,
But
no,
I
I
get up at
shared that because that's incredible what you've
okay.
done. Because most people can't take a cold shower, let alone wake up at 3 in the morning and do what you do.
So I get up at 3:30 and then I go jump into the ice tub, which is like between 38 and 42 degrees. I do that for 3 minutes, get out, take my, electrolytes and load up all my supplements to go to the gym. And then by the time I get to the gym, it's a 25-minute drive to the closest gym to me. So I have that 25-minute drive where I'm got the heaters blasting in the truck to try to warm back up a little bit. And then I'll do a warm up circuit. I lift for an hour and do cardio from, you know, 20 to 60 minutes. And then I jump in the sauna for 20 minutes and then I come home. And that's kind of like my, 6-day week routine. That'll shift a little bit because I just got into this running mode. So I'll have a lot of outdoor runs as coming into the summer, which would be a huge perk for me because it means I get to sleep in a little bit because the sun does not come up at 3:30 and I'm not getting stabbed. So I'm going to wait till the sun's up, then go running. But that's kind of like it'll adjust a little bit this summer, but I like getting up in the morning. It's my personal cheat code. Maybe it's beneficial, maybe it's not, whatever. It works for me. And that's what I like to do. I don't like to stay up late. I don't do this 11 or 12 at night type of garbage. I want to be 9:30 or 10, dude, I'm out. I'll get all my stuff done throughout the day so I can get up early. Now that's about to change because I'm about to have a kid. But in the meantime, this is what my routine is, and I'm going to hang on to it as long as I physically can.
What's your record on your cold plunges
How many days?
in a row? Isn't there some amazing day?
Well, I started doing it so I didn't get the one with the little freezer unit on it until December 17th of last year. So I'm going to do December 17th through December 17th of this year, which it does change if I'm traveling. Like, it was awesome that Andrew also had one and so does Zach. So that was a little bit cheating for me. But if I can't get in there, then I have to do a mandatory like 60 seconds as cold as I can in the shower, which is worse if you're wondering. So when I'm traveling, sometimes I got to do like the ice shower thing. But if I'm home, I have not missed a morning in that thing since December 17th.
Awesome.
I'm
Awesome.
going for a year straight.
For a year, guys, micro commitments and disciplines. And as Andrew told me, he said that you did it at his house and got over there at 4 in the morning. And he said Easton's philosophy is it's the worst thing or the hardest thing I'm gonna do all day, and I get it done first thing in the morning, and then everything else is a breeze because I've already tackled this mental challenge that you overcame. And it's dude, I love watching when I get up at 5:30 and you already got and I'm life will change when you have kids. Just buckle up. But
Yes.
as long as you can, because when they come crawling in your bed at midnight and then they're crying, or you got a diaper, or it's a passy fell out of a mouth and you got to go find it underneath the crib, and then you have to turn the light on, and then now they're awake, and now there's things that are going to change. Maybe you'll be cold plunging at noon. Who knows? But life will evolve. But Easton, you're fantastic. Any final thoughts to send everybody off here who's, looking at you going, all right, he just works really hard. Yeah, he does work really hard and he's disciplined, but this is a man who's developed skills. So any final thoughts you got for everybody?
Don't ever think that you're special because you do the bare minimum requirement of hard work. That's my last. Like, that's the bare minimum necessity to win large at anything in life requires an extreme high level of discipline and work ethic. So I'm not doing it because I think I'm some form of unique or special individual. It is the literal requirement to win big for me. So I don't view it as anything else. So I don't get head faked by the amount of work you're doing. That have to be paired up with results, or you need to fix something, which is advice that I got. So share that with you.
Amen. Easton, thank you a ton, brother. Appreciate you guys. EP in the chats below.
You're the man. Thank you.
Show Easton Padden some love.